Brad is out there letting Gary have it, saying if he keeps up his antics, it's going to cause Biden the election. I'm going to share with you what exactly Garlinghouse said. And good news as well on the ETH ETF front. Gonna be saving some money to make some money. And welcome new viewers and old friends. Thank you, by the way, everyone, for the support in the comments lately. It has been a blast to share them. Trump all the way says Dixon is clueless. Thought MoneyGram would do the trick, but nope. Thank you. Yeah, talking about Denell Dixon. She actually spoke about price. I'll have that video linked at the end. Ooh, this ain't looking good either. Bitcoin sitting at 61,075 ETH, 3345 ETH ETF. Good news coming around the bend. Sol 135, BNB 570, still holding pretty close to 600. Pay attention to that. XRP at 46.7. Near protocol, biggest loser here in the last 24 hours, down 586. HBAR also deep in the red as well. What are we going to talk about? Van Eck to offer 0 onboarding fees once the Ethereum ETF launches. Van Eck will waive its fees on the proposed spot ETFs for a period that can extend until 2025 unless the fund reaches 1.5 billion assets, and then it will charge 0.2% after that. This is good because this is competition in the market space. You know how like Grayscale had a whole bunch of outflows when they converted their trust, right? Their Grayscale Bitcoin trust. When that was it was their fees were just, their fees I thought at the time were 1.25%, maybe 1.5%. So like 6 times what they're charging here. Now here's the big thing that we're all waiting for. What BlackRock is going to charge is probably the single most important missing variable outside the exact launch date. About Shunas wrote, their fee is the sun that the rest will need to order on. That's exactly true. BlackRock is going to set the standard with fees. And obviously, more competition you have in the space, lower fees, that helps people like us, right? If you want to get into ETF action, would you rather pay 0.2% or 1.25%? Think competition for that. Oh, what is Brad doing with his hands right here? Like, is he playing with the big meat? Is that how big in circumference the meat is? Or is this him getting ready to choke a bitch? That bitch being Gary Genser? Possible. Let's just keep listening here. Gensler will cause Biden to lose the election, says Ripple CEO. For this premise here to actually be true, crypto would have to have a massive amount of voting power, a massive amount of sway in this election. And we're going to see here in the primaries very, very soon that kind of stuff shaking out, the power of crypto. As per reports, Gensler stated that crypto is a field where the leading lights from a couple years ago are either in jail or about to go to jail or awaiting extradition. That is actually a fact. Let's be real here. Mashinsky, unbank yourself. Like, dude, how about unbankrupt yourself? Right? You got Celsius, FTX. I mean, you had a lot of players out there that did some really, really bad things. On the SEC stance in crypto, he stated that the American public is not getting the proper disclosure they are required by law and they need. Now, Garlinghouse, and this is what you got to pay attention to here. Garlinghouse took to express his disapproval. He stated this is absolute nonsense coming from Genser and added, and this slander about all crypto execs going to jail from the man who completely missed FTX and wasn't even invited to the DOJ announcement about Binance, all right? Basically what he's saying is, look, dude, you're criticizing, and yet at the same time you're missing the biggest things in your backyard. Garlinghouse said if he was really working for the American people, he says it would have been fired a long time ago. He made a big statement suggesting that Gensler will cause Biden to lose the election. Now, it's a very smart strategic move here from Garlinghouse, saying, all right, look, okay, the thing holding back crypto the most is Genser. We can all agree on that. Genser, though, was appointed by Joe Biden. So what he's saying is like, all right, Biden, you risk losing the election if you keep this dingus in here. This guy right here up on the screen, right? He's kind of ugly motherfucker, too. He's kind of, I won't say it, but it kind of has like the Alien head, like if Alien like hooked up with like a dude. And I'm talking about like Alien versus Predator, like that series of Alien. And then like this was like a couple generations in, so there was still kind of like that bulbous background head like from the Alien, but started to have human features. But his dead, like black as death, soulless eyes that's kind of what I'm saying. It's alien and screwed someone, and this is like their 4th or 5th generation down. Maybe there was some more mixed. I'm sorry, I'm getting caught up. But what Garlinghouse is doing is really good here. Saying, you know what, this man is a political liability. And that's something that I've shared with this show now for many, many months. Saying, look, that is going to be your only chance to get rid of Genslers, to say he's going to cost you votes. For that to play out, it's going to take a couple more months. And then we'll actually see, A, will the sway of votes happen, right? Is there enough power in crypto? Is there enough lobbying power, enough financing power in crypto to sway these votes? B, are there people out there that consider crypto so important that it's worth swaying their vote? You got to remember, we're still dealing with some bad inflation, so a lot of people are going to be voting with their pocketbooks. You know, there's going to be a lot of social issues that we know some people like to vote on. That's just how life is. So is crypto big enough to be the thing that's going to sway the vote this year? Well, if not, putting Gensler in as the potential scapegoat is like the best strategy we can see out there, and that's what Brad Garlinghouse is using. So competition in the marketplace is good for all of us, as it means we get better products at cheaper rates. We also got to see, though, how big this ETH ETF action really going to be. Is it going to be as big as BTC? Is it going to propel the alts more so, or is it just going to be kind of what we're dealing with now? Hot in the beginning and then cooling off at the end. Speaking of cooling off at the end, it sure is hell not cooling off out here, as by 11 o'clock this morning, the heat was just roaring. Yes, that's why this video is late, because I had to do some family stuff, take my parents to the airport. Yeah, that's what I had to do. So, sorry for the late video. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. I've got quite a bit of stuff to do today. Big training day, too. The Nell Dixon video I talked about earlier, that will be linked right here. My most recent training video right here. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a training vlog on my 100K mountain race coming up. Fun. Fun stuff. Catch you cool cats later.